Gross and Rebus are not even competing.
Yeah.
After they dominated the soda wars, bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And by show, I mean fizzy drink.
Wake up.
After they...
There's no way you can convince me. Kaiser Constantine.
Do you really have to call him? It's so derogatory.
Our anonymous little lab. I'll be spending many, many, many hours in there this coming year.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine.
Do you really have to call him that?
I don't know if they should stop selling dream machines altogether, but more and more people are getting addicted. Something must be done. The only way to help dream junkies is to forcibly disconnect them and put them in rehab. But who's going to pay for that? Not Waticals. I think just disconnecting them from the dream machine could be dangerous. And I'd probably get beaten up for trying to help. He looks really familiar. I've seen him somewhere before. Who is that? Do I know him? He looks really familiar. I've seen him before. I've seen him somewhere before. Those ad bots are all over the place. Sometimes I think they target me specifically just to fuck with me.
The new dream machine by Watty opens up a world of
Yeah,
entertainment.
screw the career, the campaign, and my
Talk to me
boyfriend.
now for
It's
more
party time for Zoe.
information.
No.
Life is
Much as I'd
dream.
like to spend the my day getting drunk and dancing on tables, no. Who is that?
The new dream
Do I
machine
know
by
him?
Watty opens up a world of entertainment. Talk to me now for
I've
more
seen him somewhere
information.
before. Talking, walking, incinerating garbage bins. I'm a bit creeped out by the talking bins. Why do they talk? Billions of people use the dream machine. I find that hard to comprehend. It's the middle of the day. I haven't reached the tipping point quite yet.
Hey, do you looking for something in particular? I'll give you a good price. Just tell me how much you have. Thanks for stopping by.
Queenie's Quintessentials. That's Queenie's shop, obviously.
You know, you don't have to stop and pretend you're interested. I don't have any important
Hey,
information.
I know, I'm on my way, honest.
Just a person selling stuff.
With my lunch?
Okay.
Of course. Who do you take me for, Miss Distracted?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly who I take you for.
Oh, ye of little faith. 5 minutes, tops.
You know, you don't have to stop
Right.
here. I don't have anything to contribute.
You do know where the office is, right?
I'm bad with directions, granted, but, you know, come on.
Alright, just checking. Keep the river on your left and you'll find it eventually.
Oh, go away. Oh, and see you soon.
I knew you wouldn't buy anything. I never do.
Well, what do I do now? I don't know what to do now.
Feel free to move. I feel so small and useless. That's it.
They call it the Chinese market, but it's a mix of everything and everyone. I shouldn't. I'm in a rush. The best food in Propaz comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest.
Best in Propast. What can I get you?
Freeze-dried jellyfish chips, vacuum-packed boiled beet, carbonated tequila shots, blood pudding fudge, fried cabbage jerky, oh, salted pigeon bits. Bits? Which bits? And get my hand chewed off? No chance. I'll be tossing my garbage in the gut. Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook, ever. Oh,
Salut?
except when Reza
What are you
cooks.
having?
I'm fine with him cooking.
There are so many dream junkies around.
I know
The
dream
city
machines
should
are
do
supposed to be
something.
safe
It's
after that whole
unseemly.
plot to control
What they
humanity.
should do
There's
is
nothing I
ban
can
dream
do.
machines.
Seriously? Because some people can't moderate.
I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents.
There are so many dream junkies around.
The city should do something. It's
Goods would like to remind you not to
What they
stare
should do is
directly at our sun, as it may cause blindness and tumors.
Cool. I should go see that. With Reza. Or maybe... No, Reza.
This is no
Eyes
place for a young
everywhere.
lady.
I've never seen so many of them out on the streets. Every day, more armoured vehicles. You'd think the Eye was preparing for war.
Sun and Shine Plaza by OCG, original consumer goods.
Nella claims
Making
those
your
towers
life
release
a little
chemicals that
brighter.
keep the populace subdued and compliant. My theory is that they were built as a practical joke, to keep everyone guessing. But they're probably just vents. There's absolutely nothing I would want in there. Panel closed. Closed panel. I'm a dreamer. I'm not. That's the last thing I want to be. The Eye. Keeping Propaz safe, or, you know, under constant surveillance. I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents. She looks familiar.
So I says to him, I says, you can't pass through here, Bruder. You need to turn back and head home.
So, what did he do?
He turned back
Plaza by
and headed home.
OCG, original consumer goods, bringing sunshine into your life.
He looks really familiar. Eye officers, employed by the
Hold on.
syndicate, which
Nothing to
works
see
for the
here.
corporation. Who is that? Do I know him? Talking, walking, incinerating garbage bins. Granted, I haven't seen them walking, but I'm my favourite Avant Cafe and Meta Brewery. It's a chain, yeah, but local to the Prague district, and so much better than those Scandinavian omni chains.
Sunshine Plaza by OCG. Original consumer goods. Making your life a little brighter.
Howdy, partner. Where are you off to today?
Rez's office is down by Prista Vista. Show me Prista Vista, please. The Pamatnik collapse.
Planning on a trip down the river? You got it, cowgirl. Road past docks, coming right up. Y'all come back anytime now, you hear?
Welcome to the Sunshine Plaza.
The bathroom is depressingly small. You take turns, and sex in the shower would be an extreme sport. Our fridge is a barren womb, a desolate no-man's land of soy sauce, a half-eaten box of takeaway noodles, a decimated six-pack of bear beer, and baking soda. We don't have a maker, but there's so much good street food in this neighborhood, we won't starve. Okay, so there are dirty dishes. We're not perfect. Comfy, as far as a sofa scavenged from a flea market goes. 3 months now, and I still haven't unpacked most of my useless crap. I couldn't leave Wonka's in storage when I moved here. He was the first thing I packed. Mr. Planty. He's been through a lot, poor chap. The drought of last Tuesday, the great tumble of... I like beds. I like spending time in beds. By that, I don't just... What time is it? I'm not going to bed. We have the best view of a brick wall and neon signs in Propast. If by best, you mean worst. What would be the point? It's even sadder on the inside. Not now. Tonight. Definitely tonight. Time to roll up my... Do I have to pee? No, I don't have to pee.
Sunshine Plaza by OCG. Original consumer goods. Making your life a little brighter.
Hey, you lost? No problem. I can give you directions to anywhere in Propast.
My favourite Avant Cafe and Meta Brewery. It's a chain, yeah, but local to the Prague district and so much better than those Scandinavian omni-chains.
Rebuilding the new Europe one sunny day at a time.
Eyes everywhere. I've never seen so many of them out on the streets.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
Vienna?
Vienna. 2 nights in the metro station, waiting for my...
So I says to him, I says, you can't pass through here, Bruder. You need to turn back and head home.
Stand up against our corporate overlords.
They can't shut us down or silence us. They...
Down with the syndicate!
It
The
was
Eye
the
watches,
articles
but
from
who
the
watches
Hand
the
of
Eye?
Thieves that made me realize I have to take a stand and
You look like you could need some directions, miss.
Marta Rebus comes across as an intelligent and informed candidate, but she doesn't stand a snow cone's chance in Hades. After they dominated the soda wars, bingo's pretty much the only show in town. And by show,
Weren't
I mean
you heading out of
fizzy
district
drink.
this week?
Yeah, but the eye revoked my travel pass last minute. I'm stuck here, Bruder.
That's actually happening.
I don't know if they should stop selling dream machines altogether, but more and more people are getting addicted. Something must be done.
The ocean looks so beautiful from here. So peaceful.
No one can agree if it's the Shook or the Souk, but that's as far as the Discord goes. May look dodgy, but the Souk, the Shook, whatever it is, it's top quality stuff. Top quality yuckiness. Biotech, vat-grown organs, wormhole generators, nanobot paste, neural implants, biotic processors, digital irises, gene-modded goats. The Eye. Keeping Propass safe, or, you know, under constant surveillance.
Crowboy's here to help you find your way in Propass.
I've seen him somewhere before.
Excuse me.
You know, she gets a lot on me. But Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting manifesto this election. The Marxist.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just a guy with
meaningless, but your dreams don't.
You know, she gets a lot on me, Ada, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm
That's
voting
the Hand That
manifesto this
Feeds
election.
logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. The Hand used to come out every few weeks, but they recently took on more full-time journalists and switched to a daily feed. Oh, sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. I've got plenty of personal experience to draw on. Oh, sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully, and I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best.
Smells good. You didn't have to bring me lunch, Zoe.
Good, because I didn't. This is for Reza.
And yet you come see me first. This tells me something.
You're enormous. You have your own gravity field. There's no escaping it. Talk to you after I've delivered this to my man?
I'd be offended if you didn't.
What's up? Toppling governments and exposing corporate conspiracies?
Well, all in a daze. How was, you know?
Therapy? Therapeutic, I guess.
You guess.
Dr. Roman is really good. I don't know if it's helping. I don't remember anything.
But it's getting easier.
Easier? Sure. And sooner or later, I will remember some things. Everything. So what are you working on now?
A couple of things. A clampdown, mostly. There's tons of buzz about the Syndicate shutting down parts of the metro, escalating identity checks, raiding news feeds. We're expecting the worst.
You're loving it.
I wouldn't say that, but it's exciting. We can make a difference.
I pray they try to raid a hand.
Sully's already preparing the lawsuits.
We'll sue them for emotional trauma, unlawful intrusion, damages to property, interference with the free press. We'll sue them for 300 million yuan.
He's looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it. Bring it on.
On your way to the lab?
Ready to get rid of me already? I bring lunch. Sausage. Surprise? Possibly exotic? Sorry.
I forgive you. You can stay as long as you don't talk to me. I need to finish this story.
The clampdown?
No, that new Bingo Dreamer soft drink. Apparently they fast-tracked EFSA approval and skipped a few steps. Some customers have reported seeing the Bingo Dingo after drinking a can. We'll probably get it pulled from vending machines.
That's my boyfriend, getting fizzy drinks yanked from store shelves.
I'm a modern-day Gilgamesh, saving the world from hallucinogenic sugar water. Thanks for lunch. I appreciate it. I guess I'm making dinner.
You guessed correctly, Ziamal. Oh, I won't be home until later. I'm volunteering.
Any special requests?
Nothing heavy. Have the membranes been repaired?
I queried the building net, but no reply. Prepare for the worst.
I can't believe we don't live in a climate-controlled apartment. As soon as I get a raise, we're moving.
I don't want to leave Propast.
No, I like the neighborhood. But a more modern building would be nice. No more sunny living at Sonnenschein Plaza by Original Consumer Goods. Anyway, lunch. Here, I have to run.
Have fun at the lab. Say hi to Wallflower?
Ada. Ada! Come on! She's the best! She's fun! Once you get to know her.
Fun?
She's so smart and a really nice person.
Right. A nice person.
Yeah, that's right. Nice. And I'm going to invite her over soon. And you will be nice, and it will be nice, and we will have fun. Rez?
Just a sec. Hey, what's up?
We had such a lovely time in Trieste. Never mind. Do you miss Trieste yet?
What? The 5-star hotel? The sandy beaches and the gourmet buffet? You know you're in Italy when you're eating fake pasta made from processed American corn.
I guess not.
I'm just joking, babe. It wasn't about any of those things. It was nice being away with you.
It's not like we can afford anything fancier.
And we don't need it. It was great. Really. I got to see the sun and you in a bikini.
And I got to see you in a black t-shirt and jeans, hiding out in the shade with a book. It was pretty awesome.
Next time, I promise we'll rent an island in the Philippines.
You don't have to promise that. But since you did, I'll hold you to it forever. I know Rez has been spending a lot less time. How's Sully?
Good. Yeah, great. Right? I think he's doing good. I don't know.
Of course you don't. What do you guys talk about?
Work, politics, corporations, the Syndicate, the Eye, Kaiser Constantine, football?
Liar. Work stuff. That's all you talk about when you're out drinking.
Well, there hasn't been much of that lately. Out drinking.
I know. Because of us. Because of me.
What? No, of course not. And I mean... Sure, we used to go out all the time, but that's because neither of us had a life. And Sully wasn't doing too well after the divorce. He's happy I have better things to do now than go out, get drunk, and have loud arguments about socioeconomics. He has better things to do as well.
Like what? Like work?
Work, okay, yes. But Sully lives for work.
I'm not sure that's healthy. But it's not my business. As long as you don't feel I'm getting in the way.
Hanging out with me was Sully's excuse to not hang out with anyone else. This way, sooner or later, he'll have to find a substitute. Hopefully one he can mate with.
Sure. But still, you guys should hang out on your own soon. No, actually, not soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're taking Sully out, and I'm finally going to unpack and get organized.
Sure?
Affirmative.
All right. I'll ask Sully.
How's that story going?
You mean the story I told you about less than 5 minutes ago?
Just checking in.
It's going well, but it feels a bit inconsequential in the light of everything else that's happening.
Hey, come on. A soda that makes you see cartoon animals? That's big, man. Children could be drinking that.
Of course someone needs to write the piece, but that someone could be anyone. Like Sophia, she's the newbie.
And now you're doing it, and you'll do it well. There's no such thing as a worthless story. You told me that.
I lied. Of course there is, but... yeah... no, not this one. You're right, I shouldn't complain. It's not a sexy story, but it is important.
That's my boy. I'm sure I told Reza I'm volunteering tonight, but I'll remind him just in case. I told you I'm volunteering tonight.
You did not? And I'm not sure politics is something you should worry your pretty little head about, sweetheart.
Jesus, don't do that voice again. Psycho doesn't suit you.
I guess there's a reason I'm scribbling and not a stand-up comedian.
You'd guess right. Scribbling? I'll never get used to Europolis slang.
Don't be a dully minette. You go on and hang with your sozy intello clique tonight. I'll be a stay-at-home Minette cooking your boof.
Pretty good. Or should that be lekker, super bon? Also, don't do that again. Really creeps me out.
Tamam.
I didn't check with Reza if he was happy with my choice. Food okay?
The food? Oh, food. Yeah, I haven't started eating yet, but, this smells... different? What is it?
Pork sausage. Real pork, not synthetic.
That must have cost a fortune.
Nella knows a supplier.
In that case, I'm sure it's illegally produced and imported pork.
Still smells good.
Crime always does, Zoe. I'd be a bit careful around Nella. There is such a thing as being too radical.
Oh, she's harmless. But sure, if she ever tries to push wood-smoked bacon on me, I'll sound the alarm.
I have a feeling you're not taking me seriously. I promise I'll eat your organic meat sausage. I won't enjoy it, but damn it, I'll eat it. Every last piece of minced organ stuffed into, pork intestine.
Good. Reza promised to make dinner tonight. What's for dinner?
Really? This is what you interrupt me for? To ask about dinner? What's for dinner is surprise, is what?
That's not food. That's not even English. I thought you said you were a journalist.
A scribbling, they call it here in Europolis. When in Rome, Zoe.
Rome was never part of Europolis, smart-ass. Rome's the capital of the Imperium. Says so on all the signs pointing to there.
Now who's the smart-ass? FYI, Rome's just a ceremonial seat of the Imperium. Barcelona is the political capital. Learn to read the signs properly.
I should get going. I shouldn't keep Ada waiting at the lab. She's always so patient, but I feel awful when I'm late.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not keeping you.
I know, or me. Bye. Rez?
What's going on?
I really should get...
You really...
Hey, my favorite manic pixie dream girl.
Sully is the sweetest. Yeah, fuck you too. You look awful, by the way. What happened?
A wedding.
Finally. Who's the lucky girl?
You know I only have eyes for you. Dump that deadbeat boyfriend of yours and let's catch the first train to Copenhagen.
I'm trying to slowly poison him with my home cooking. I'll give it a few months. How was the wedding?
Awful. I feel like shit. It was a Polish wedding. A Polish wedding with an unlimited supply of Polish vodka.
Oh, that does sound awful.
I take it you haven't been to a Polish wedding. It was fantastic. It was a disaster. It was all things, good and bad. And once the bride and groom stopped screaming at each other, it was incredibly romantic. I'm man enough to admit that I wept. Openly. How was Trieste?
Really good. I mean, it's Trieste. It's not the Gold Coast. But it was nice to get out of the city. Did you know there's an actual sun up there?
Urban myth. The sun is a lie. I don't believe it for a second. Besides, my skin would probably turn to ashes if it's exposed to UV rays.
You're a child of Propas, Sully.
Constantinople. But close enough. I don't expect an islander to understand European geography.
Born in India, spent half my life in Africa, but hey, who's keeping track?
Talk like an islander, live behind islander walls, deal with islander shame. That's what I say.
What's going on with these eye clampdowns everyone's on about?
Jesus wept those baton heads. It's insidious is what it is. A little bit here, a little bit there, and soon Propast is a bucking gulag.
But why are they doing it?
Who knows? It's the Syndicate. They don't need something as banal as reasons. They want people off the streets and hooked up to their dream machines.
You think that has something to do with it?
Yes, no, maybe. Mouser rules, and those dream machines are a license to print it. It would be naive to think they're completely unconnected. Watikop holds a lot of sway over the Syndicate. But we're going to find out for sure. Your boy toy there, once he's looked into the Phantom Bingo Dingo, will be taking point. This story is going to make a lot of people very angry. And that will make Sully very, very happy.
Won't they just shut you down?
Let them try. We have the future on our side. And once I win my Pulitzer, I'll whisk you away to a better life.
Copenhagen, right?
That's just for the marriage license. We'll go to Overbukyu in Dacia and live like savages on the beach.
Sounds good. I'll get back to you once I've taken care of you-know-who.
I heard that.
Which part?
All the parts.
Meh. You'll still eat my food, even if it is poisoned.
Food is food.
I've distracted you two enough. When are you coming by for dinner, Sully?
When is your man cooking dinner next?
Cruel but fair. We'll have you over soon. Maybe we'll even find you a dinner date.
Next to you, no woman measures up, but beggars, choosers. Take care, Zoe. Stop by anytime.
Are you busy?
Busy, but never too busy for you. What's on your mind?
Sully doesn't seem worried that the Eye or the... So you don't think they'll just shut you down once you publish your story?
What, the Eye? Parliament, Europolice, Watikop, the Syndicate, Mr. London and the criminal underworld. Dieter Gross and the coalition of pasty white males, Kaiser Constantine and his European Dawn goons. Pick your poison. They all want us dead and gone. But the Hand has been around for a decade, and it'll be around for a decade from now. If I'm shut down, others will take over. The Hand has a life of its own, and it's ferocious.
Isn't this different, though? I can't remember things being this bad before.
Everyone thinks now is different, but it's not. Now is the same as before, same as how it will be. Corporations rule, governments are corrupt, crooked politicians rise to power, and organized crime feeds off them all like tapeworms. When we have this conversation in 20 years, you'll understand what I mean.
I've seen change. I remember the collapse, how that affected everything and everyone.
Before the collapse, things were the same as they are now. It changed things then, and for a little while, but gravity reasserted itself. The Bok sank once more to the bottom.
Did I ever tell you you're such a sunny, positive guy, Sully?
I am a positive guy. Positive about the realities of life. I adjust my expectations accordingly. And I'm rarely disappointed.
I still don't know why the corporate police would be harassed. The Eye was bothering my friend Nayla this morning.
The Marxist with the food cart. I like her. She has fire. Yes, they have been going after a lot of political activists lately.
Why? The Eye serves the Syndicate, not the government.
The lines are blurring. The Corps have representation in Parliament and in every major political party. They're basically running the show. But I think what the Eye is up to has less to do with politics in general and more to do with control. The corporations want passive consumers. They don't want activism or political upheaval. They don't want anything to change. Change is bad for business. So they're trying to quell discontent, silence the opposition. It's just business. And business as usual. But it does feel like there's something more to it this time around. Maybe it's the elections, maybe something else. We'll keep digging until we strike oil. Or unleash the bats of hell.
Sully and Reza have been friends. How is Reza doing?
That pale, skinny, good-for-nothing Colo of yours. Ha! One morning you'll wake up and realize what you're missing out on.
When that happens, I'll come running.
And he would come running after you. He loves you, that dully.
He'd better. We've had our ups and downs.
You're worried you've stolen him away from me?
No, not that. But, yeah.
Zoe, look, I joke around a lot. But here's the thing. Before you came, Reza was buried in his work. He was obsessed with it. It was doing bad things to his reporting. A good journalist knows the importance of distance. You give him that. And perspective, too. He is more well-adjusted now. I can finally enjoy his company. So you did us both a favor, really.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Still, the man is a warm-douching trauma. You'd be better off with a realist like me.
Oh, I know. Sully mentioned he went to a wedding. Whose wedding were you attending?
Some old uni friends with whom I used to ingest copious amounts of vodka. We celebrated our reunion by ingesting copious amounts of vodka. By the end of the evening, the bride and groom weren't quite clear on who had married whom.
Did you end up with one of the bridesmaids?
I ended up with the best man.
Oh, interesting.
Sharing not a bed, but a bottle. Though I do recall telling him I loved him at some point. The bridesmaids, alas, were all engaged.
They were all getting married?
They were all otherwise engaged.
Oh? Oh, right. Sully makes a lot of jokes about liking me. So are you seeing anyone yet, Sully?
Seeing anyone? I see people every day. I'm surrounded by them. I have no need to see more people.
This is why you're not seeing anyone. You're a closed book.
And a weighty, dusty one, written in longhand in a long dead tongue by an inebriated monk. In other words, a bocking masterpiece.
I've heard enough. Friday, you're coming over for dinner. I'm inviting Adala.
No. No.
Fuck your no.
Fuck my no? Fuck your fuck to my no.
Sully, we can do this forever. Or I can just tell Ada you're coming, and then you'd be a real ussy if you didn't show. Friday night, bring wine.
I'll bring vodka. I'll need vodka. Copious amounts of vodka.
Bring whatever you want, as long as you bring your Gert with you.
Kiss my God.
What's that?
Nothing. Friday, dinner, vodka. My long, slow, agonizing death by oafishness.
I should get going, Sully.
How was work?
Yeah, good. It's great working with Ada. Adala. My project head? She's unbelievably smart. She just needs to get out more.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, all right. But anyway, I'm enjoying myself. I'm glad I decided to continue my coursework. I wasn't so sure a month ago.
You'll be able to pick and choose between jobs when you're done. The Corps are always hungry for bioengineers.
This is true. See you Friday, yeah?
You're an enjoyable distraction, Miss Castillo.
So are you, Sully.
don't need reality. I have everything I need in here.
I think just disconnecting them from the dream machine could be dangerous. And I'd probably get beaten up for trying to help.
You know, she gets a lot on me, Ada, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting manifesto.
Crow Boy's here to help you find your way in Pro Pass. Rowdy partner, where are you off to today?
Our lab is located just above the Propass metro station, on the upper level. Can you show me how to get to the elevated walkways above
She's
Caprova?
weak. She points wherever
Sure
the
thing,
prevailing
miss.
wind blows. I'm
Which
sticking
section
with
are
the
you looking
Alliance.
to traverse today?
The cul-de-sac right above the metro station.
Funny.
Well, shucks, that ain't no problem whatsoever. Nothing there worth checking out unless you just like the view. But here you go, sweetheart. It was a pleasure serving you this fine day, miss.
What do you want?
Root.
Silver songwriter. The best food in Propass comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest.
You look like you could need some directions, miss.
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser Constantine...
I synthesized a new version of the algae this weekend, based on our design from last week. It's stabilizing really well.
Oh, that's... Good morning, Ada.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Take a look at the algae. I think you'll be happy.
That's the cutest bot I've ever seen. I want one. That's the cutest bot I've ever seen. I want one. I'm so lucky I ended up with Ada as my project supervisor. She's super talented and the sweetest person, once you get to know her. At first, she can be a bit, haughty. So, how was your weekend?
Weekend? Right, the weekend. I was here.
Of course you were. She may be a lost cause, but I'm not giving up. I feel it's my mission to train Ada in rudiment. How was your weekend, Zoe? It was very nice. Thanks for asking, Ada.
Trieste?
Yes.
And?
It was very nice.
Allahu Akbar.
Good job. That reminds me, Friday, dinner, our place.
Dinner?
We're having a friend over.
Oh no.
You sound exactly like him. It'll be fun, promise. No expectations, no pressure, just not the lab, away from the lab. Fun!
You know me and fun. We gave it a shot, but parted ways years ago.
This is why I know you're lying. You are funny. Ada, you're coming or I'll be cross. Reza's cooking.
In that case, how can I pass it up?
I don't know if I should be offended or happy. I'll go with a bit of both.
If we're done with the small talk, are we done with the small talk?
Sure, why not?
Oh, thank you. Please, take a look now.
That's looking good. Just like our model.
Just like your model. The transmutation rate is at 150% of the previous model and holding steady, masha'Allah. I think we're ready for a test.
Test? Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe we should run another simulation, or 20?
There's nothing to be worried about, Zoe. So far, your models have performed admirably. There's no reason this won't work in an organic environment.
That organic environment is a river that runs through my neighborhood, a very, very public river.
The permits are all in order?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. If this fails...
It won't.
If it does, my failure will be staring me right in the face every morning.
Failure is how we succeed. We won't know until we try. And if we fail, we try again.
We? Me? I'm the one who has to live with the consequences.
Zoe, you decided to go back to school, finish your degree. That was a choice you made, and it was the right choice. Now, part of that is facing the possibility of failure. Failure will always be a part of the job, part of life. And you're right. The models won't always hold up. The river is a chaotic environment. The algae might die. It might do something completely unforeseen. Allahu Alam. And if the river does turn pink, you've learned something. We go back to the models, we try again. You should be proud of the choice you made, and you should embrace the consequences, no matter how embarrassing or trying they may turn out to be. I'm done talking now. That was a lot more words than I'd intended.
Yeah. Wow. Good ones, though. Those were good words.
Ready to do some science?
You bet. But if that river turns pink, you're running the next set of tests.
Deal. By the way, I did leave the lab this weekend.
Don't tell me. You went clubbing?
I don't drink, or dance, or enjoy the company of people. No, I went shopping.
I knew I hadn't seen that outfit before. It's beautiful.
That's not... well, yes, I did also get these clothes. Thank you. But more importantly, I purchased a refurbished bot to help with the tests.
From Mira?
You recommended her?
I think my exact words were, Mira's insane, I wouldn't trust Mira with my money, please don't buy a bot from Mira, you will regret it.
She's close and cheap. So, here's the bot. You're taking the bot with you to run tests. Say hello to bot.
Hello, bot.
Hello.
Oh, that is so cute. You're so cute.
Thank you.
Glad to see you're getting along. You know what to do.
Science?
Science. I'll see you afterwards, inshallah.
This is all CTU's equipment bought with grant money. Once we're finished with the project, everything will be shipped back to Cape Town or sold to whoever takes over the lab. That's the cutest bot I've ever seen. I want one. Hey, Ada?
I'm rather busy, Zoe. What is it?
Ada never talks about... Do you get to see your friends often?
I don't have any friends here. I don't have a lot of friends anywhere. I've been very busy with my work.
I know. How about coming out with me once in a while?
I'm not an out sort of person. You know that. I'm more comfortable in the lab than in a cafe.
Yeah, I know. I respect that. I just feel that you're isolating yourself.
This is who I am. I'm happy being me. Thanks for your concern, Zoe, but I really have no need for many friends.
We've been working together for a couple... How do you feel I'm doing?
We've worked together for a little over 1 month. It's too early to give you an assessment.
Not even an indication?
This is all in your hands, Zoe. I see your passion for bioengineering, but you've also been away from your studies for a long time. You have a lot of catching up to do. And I also sense that you are hesitant about your life.
That's true. Before the coma, I was completely lost. No, I'm not, but I'm still unsure about the future, about my choices.
Have faith in your choices. Stand by them. None of us can know where life will take us or what consequences our actions may have. All the more important, then, to make every choice with conviction.
You're right, and I feel this was the right choice for me. It would be just like Ada to... You are coming for dinner on Friday, right?
Dinner with Reza and you is tolerable?
Tolerable? Oh, and don't forget our guest, Suleiman, Sully.
Reza's editor.
He's a great guy. You'll like him.
No matchmaking, Zoe.
It's not. It's friendly. No pressure or expectations, but he is pretty great.
I'll be the judge of that. But yes, dinner. I look forward to it.
I don't believe Ada's been back. Are you heading down to the university anytime soon?
I'll wait until we get the results back. Maybe in a week or two.
Do you miss it?
What, the university or the city? I like working here. It's just the two of us and the work is interesting. I don't miss anything or anyone.
How about home?
Ghana? I go back to Tamale twice every year to visit my father. I don't have time to miss it.
I miss Casablanca.
Can't you visit?
It's not the same, and Gabrielle doesn't live there anymore. We're not on speaking terms.
I'm sorry about that. You should always strive to be on speaking terms with your parents.
Yeah. Easier said than done. I get the... Do you like living in Europolis?
I'm at the lab from morning to evening, and my flat is a couple of minutes away. I don't see much of the city.
That's true. All I see on a daily basis is Propast, which is why I think it's important to get around once in a while.
I go to mosque in Haskovo every week, I visit Cape Town every month, and I go home to Tamale twice a year. I don't have time for anything else. But Europolis will never be home. I will eventually go back to Africa, inshallah.
Ghana?
Maybe, maybe not. Wherever life takes me.
Okay, I'm heading out.
I'll see you tomorrow.
What are we doing today? Are we playing something?
No, we're... Actually, yes. Yeah, we're playing. Down by the river.
That's cool. I like playing. What are we playing today?
We're playing, take the algae for a swim.
Algae? What are those?
They're tiny animals that live in the water, like fish.
Fishies. I like fishies. Fishies are cute.
Like fishies. Sure, works for me.
So what are the rules?
The rules are, that we need to find places where there's plenty of food for the algae, for the fishies.
Okay.
And the fishies eat...
Pollutants. I know. They process pollutants and excrete the chemical that cleans the river. Sesto in my head.
Okay, yes, that's exactly what they do. We hope. So, okay, the algae, the fishies, need to be let out where there's enough pollutants. That way they will be well fed. Your job, the rules of the game are as follows. Look for parts of the river with pockets of pollution. We go there and test the water to see where to release the fishies. Finally, we let the fishies out for a walk.
Roger, Roger.
You really are the cutest.
You know, she gets a lot on me head, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting manifesto.
Time to play.
Time to play. Can you do a flyover of the river from here and down to the end of the bricks?
That sounds like fun.
Send a live feed to my iris. Based on visual observation, I'll mark the areas where we can release the fishies.
Okie dokie.
Right there. That looks good. That's another one. You can come back now, kiddo. Awesome job. Was that fun?
It was fun. I like flying high. I get horseflies in my tummy.
Butterflies. How is that possible? You don't have a tummy.
They gave me one. For the butterflies.
Let's head to a Garito first.
Whoever made you did an amazing job. Okay, so let's head to the first test area. You ready?
You betcha. Let's go. Playtime. What are we doing?
We're taking the fishies for a swim. What I need you to do first is to run a detailed scan of this section of the river and tell me where there's a dense pocket of pollutants.
So you mean show you where there's food for the fishies?
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Done. What are we doing next?
The scan confirms there's a perfect spot for the fishies out there. I'll point you there using my iris.
Why be outside when you can be inside, enjoying an infinite selection of dreams, tailored to your desires? What is your dream machine? Sweet dream.
There. That's the spot. Release the package there. That's where we take the fishies for a walk. That's great. Now you... Watch out! Oh, that was close. Keep your eyes open, your sensors active. I don't want you to get crushed. But good job, kiddo. I'm getting a reading from the fishies. They're playing and having fun. Too bad the boat's in the way. We're not getting as much data as we'd like. Let's head to the next spot.
Yay. Let's pretend I'm the mum and you're the baby. Come with me, baby.
Okay, Mum. So, who's your maker?
I'm a Shadri Maintenance Model 11 with a custom emoji face module.
I'm just a guy.
Right, but your personality is definitely not part of the standard package. Who programmed you? It wasn't Mira, was it?
Oh, no. My maker is Wit.
Wit?
He works with Mira at the Pandemonium.
Oh, right. Really? Someone worked with that woman?
He's very nice. Should I start the scan?
You know the drill, kiddo.
Affirmative.